Right, welcome back everybody to YouTube channel BTCTV, and we continue to do videos about blockchain industry. Today I'm happy to present you John deVadoss. Thanks for coming and joining us this live interview. I want to make a quick introduction that you are part of Neo blockchain company, and so now please tell us more about you, about actually what are you doing, and tell us more, please.
Yeah, definitely. First, thank you, Maxim, for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate it. I want to say thank you for your time, and also thank you to your listeners' time. Yes, my name is John deVadoss. Just to give you some history about myself, I did my PhD work in machine learning back in the 90s, a long time before machine learning became a cool buzzword. I spent about 17, 18 years at Microsoft building platforms. I led the architecture work for the very first version of the .NET platform. I also led the teams building key parts of the SOA platform, and also was part of the founding team for planning for Azure many, many years ago. I left Microsoft about 4 years ago, went off and built a machine learning startup, which we had an exit successfully, did another startup, and it was really during my startup journey that I got very deep into the blockchain space, and in particular Neo, and that's what led me to my particular, role right now with Neo, leading up Neo Global Development here, with a very strong focus on the what we call the F5 experience, the developer experience, making sure that we enable developers to very easily, build dApps and smart contracts on blockchain platforms.
Thanks about that. Another question, for example, you said you worked in Microsoft, and then basically after a couple startups you joined blockchain industry. Now tell us a little bit about when you first heard about blockchain technology and why you decided to join this industry.
That's a great question. So my first foray, Maxim, into this space was Bitcoin back in 2011, 2012. At that time, I was mostly looking at the crypto, the trading and the currency aspects. My second foray was while I was doing my first startup. And that's when I really realized the platform implication. And the way I describe it, Maxim, is like this. For the very first time in history, we have a platform, a technology platform that has an economic model built in, intrinsically built in. No other technology platform in history, not the mainframes, not the PC, client server, services, not even the cloud platform, has an economic model baked in. And that to me is the big eye-opener in terms of the possibility. With this particular, I call this a movement. With the blockchain movement, we have the ability not just to build solutions or technology aspects, but we have the opportunity to level the playing field and make sure that people everywhere have the opportunity to play a role, to contribute, and to benefit equally in terms of this economic and social opportunity. And that for me was the big driver. There was more than the platform. It was the possibility looking across the world of, look, how can we make people's lives better? How can we impact economically and socially? And at that point, it was very clear to me, I had to be in this space, and there was no other area to work on.
I see. Nice. Thanks for this answer. Now let's talk, okay, you jump into blockchain industry. Now let's talk a little bit about Neo company, because everybody knows that Neo is like kind of Ethereum, but from China.
Yeah.
Can you still tell us more about why, first of all, founders decided to make another blockchain project when we have many other ones? For example, as I said, Ethereum. What is Neo is so unique one, and that is why you jumped into it?
Yeah, so it's an excellent question. And let me focus on Ethereum because obviously Neo is about, 4 or 5 years old at this point in time. Even if you look at Ethereum, two things in particular, Maxim. Two things. Firstly, the algorithm for consensus. As we know at this point very well, proof of work is not viable, is not sustainable for a number of reasons. And I would say just for one particular reason, which is proof of work does not have absolute finality. It has what we call probabilistic finality. And we're seeing obviously Vitalik and Ethereum Foundation of trying to move from POW to POS and so on. So very clearly, the founders of NEO, Eric and Da Hongfei, saw the opportunity saying, look, POW is not the end. So from that perspective, the DBFT algorithm that we have in NEO is quite unique because we can guarantee true finality. And our vision with NEO is to enable what we call the smart economy. And what this means is to digitize real-world assets. And when we digitize real-world assets, we have to have true finality. Otherwise, there is no way we're going to, enable this transformation. That's number one. Number two, again, looking at Ethereum back in the early days, the founders were brilliant engineers. But I would say they did not think of it as a platform because, for example, they said, thou shalt learn a new language, new tooling, new framework. And NEO's vision, our vision, is first and foremost as a platform, we enable developers. I'll give you a data point. There is about 21 million professional developers worldwide. And how many of these people are currently building the apps or smart contracts? A very small number, very small number. And the way we believe we enable this, we make this accessible is by saying, look, any language, C#, Java, Python, Go, you name it, right? Make it that simple. Make it like an easy on-ramp for developers. And I would say from an algorithm perspective, NEO is unique. There are very few, if any, that come close to our algorithm in terms of consensus. And number two, in terms of building a platform for developers, we are very unique. And for me, I'm a platform guy. I've built platforms all my career. And it's a very compelling opportunity to work with Da Hongfei and Eric Zhang in terms of taking NEO to the next level with a focus on the developer tooling, the developer experience, what we call the F5 experience.
I see. Excellent. Thanks for such deep answer and information. Now, how old actually NEO project is? Approximately 3-4 years, I think so, or something like that, right? But what do you see will be with NEO project during, for example, next 5 years? Can you make some numbers? Right now, for example, I watch it today. You are, for example, on CoinMarketCap at top 20 position. So what will be in 5 years, in your opinion?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And again, I want to be careful. Obviously, 5 years is a very long time, Maxim. But I will tell you, what our ambitions, what our big ambitions are. We are here to play the long game. NEO and us, the team, we believe in this disruptive transformation. And it is, we look across the globe from a social, from an economic, from a central banking perspective, very clearly, we're on the threshold of this transition. This is a very long game. This is a 3, 5, 7, 10-year game. Secondly, we very strongly believe in this notion of a platform. We are not here for the short term in terms of speculation and price movements up and down. To truly enable this vision of the smart economy, to digitize assets, we want to be the most developer-friendly platform. So I would say in 3-5 years, you will see NEO at the very top in terms of being seen as a platform that is friendly to developers, that attracts developers, all shapes and sizes, startups, enterprise IT, big ISV, big company, and truly enable this proliferation in terms of building smart contracts and dApps. So I would say the see us very strongly in front. And number three, you will see us build more partnerships with the big players, the big companies. The reason we picked Seattle is where platforms are being built. You have the Amazon Web Services, you have Microsoft, Oracle, Google, and so on. You will see us invest significantly in terms of tooling and partnerships with the bigger existing players to enable everybody to take this movement forward, to realize this vision truly of enabling the common man, the common woman, everybody to be part of this new shift make sure that there is a ability for everyone to contribute and also for everyone to benefit in terms of their contribution.
I see. Thanks. You know what? Honestly, I need to admit that I'm not reading too much news about Neo company, really. As I said, all I have knowledge is, for example, that you are very similar to Ethereum, but from China. Now you are speaking about bringing big partners and companies. However, maybe you already have some cases when Neo company is already working with some big players on the market, maybe from China because originally you are from there.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we have a number of different initiatives underway. You saw some announcements from us at the second Neo DevCon in Seattle in February, and also at the Consensus New York a few weeks ago. We announced more details. We also shared the EcoBoost. No other blockchain platform has a fund of that scope and that nature in terms of incenting developers and partners to build apps on the Neo platform. So I would say to your listeners, take a look at the EcoBoost fund. You look at the Ethereum Foundation, they have what, about $2.5 million in terms of investment to the EcoBoost is $100 million that we are saying, look, we want to invest. We want to motivate and incent developers, again, partners, all shapes and sizes, to build the apps, to build, the next generation, the next wave of decentralized apps on our decentralized application platform.
Can you tell us more about it? Because I haven't heard about this EcoBoost. You're saying 100 million is what? You are investing in startups?
Yeah, so we announced this at Consensus New York just about a month ago, Maxim. Essentially, by the way, the way, if there are listeners who have an interest in talking to us about the EcoBoost fund, the email address is eg@neo.org. So essentially, the EcoBoost fund is a ring-fenced fund of USD 100 million that we want to invest. We want to motivate developers, startups, very small, as well as large ISVs and all the way in between to invest the resources, smart contracts, and dApps on the Neo platform. The reason we do this instead of investing in, like a marketing or a PR or something else, is because, again, we truly believe that the big opportunity in front of us is a platform opportunity. And for us as a platform, this means that we want to make it easier. We give them the F5 experience, the developer tooling, the libraries, the frameworks, and with the EcoBoost fund, we give them the support that they need to as they look to build a wave of decentralized applications. So again, the email is eg@neo.org.
We will put this email in the description below this video that our viewers will be able to contact you directly about this. Actually, I haven't heard about that, and it's really looking amazing because I don't know any another big blockchain company project which invest in such huge amount to new startups, to new projects on their platform. So this is something really unique one. And we are coming actually shorter on the time. So before we finish, maybe we will make another challenge with our subscribers.
For the time that they spend and watching this
video, maybe they will ask interesting question below this video. And in couple of weeks, you will select a winner for the best question, and you will answer, and you will present maybe something, maybe some I don't know, t-shirts from Neo company or some gadget, something like that.
Definitely, very happy to do that. So please, share your questions, and very happy to follow up. We will certainly choose maybe one or two of the top winners, and t-shirts for sure, but we also have some gadgets, as Maxim you said. Very happy to send them back. So thank you.
All right, John. Thanks a lot for your interview, for spending your time with us. I'm wishing you good luck with the project. I really see that you are highly motivated and you have a great vision in the future for the next decade for the Neo project. and hopefully we will see that really the NEO project will be the #1 in the world.
Absolutely. Thank you, Maxim. You have a very good day. You take